I'm not going to really give you time, just because there's so much I want to share with you in this time. I'm not going to really give you time to do a lot of reflection here, but I want you to know that you'll be receiving a gift from Diana, from me through Diana. My colleagues and I put together a handout that is a series of reflection questions on each of these dimensions. And if you choose to, you can use that as a guide to go deeper into this work. And what I want to do here there's a quote. It's in the next slide. Okay. So the handout also has couple pages of suggestions that my colleagues and I at Passage Works put down of what we've learned in a very practical way about how to strengthen our capacities in each of these. And so one of them is suggestions about things that we can do to help us enter the classroom with more ability to be present and actually sustain our presence throughout the classroom. Here, what I want to do is share with you a technique that a professor named Mary Rose O'Reilly describes in her book, Radical Presence. She says, I check attendance every day on 3x5 cards, usually while people are quietly writing. On the first day of class, students write a lot of different things about themselves on these cards. What high school they went to, their major, their likes and dislikes. And then they complete a sentence beginning, I'm the one who. So every day during this quiet 5 minutes, I can remember who each student is. I consider the singularity of each person and the diversity of needs. The discipline of presence requires me to be there with my senses focused on the group at hand, listening rather than thinking about what I'm going to say. So you'll find some other suggestions in the handout, but I think that's such a brilliant approach to really connecting with our students on a daily basis. Moving into the second dimension, an open heart, what it looks like, what it feels like to have an open heart in a classroom is to be warm and alive and flowing and daring to be spontaneous and connected to ourselves, connected to our students, and able to really feel compassion. It's also about being able to care deeply about our students, about our subject, about our mission, without being attached to outcome. And that's a razor's edge, which I refer you to my article to really explore some of the ways that we can get there, find that place of caring deeply but not being attached. I think it's useful sometimes to look at what the opposite is. So the opposite of being warm, alive, spontaneous, etc., and what I've seen in myself and in other teachers is being mechanical, detached, not feeling. And sometimes in a classroom that's gotten very chaotic and a teacher just keeps tolerating the chaos and keeps tolerating the interruptions, and I think what's happening, I think a teacher really has to close their hearts to tolerate that, to allow that, because